Hey, good afternoon, guys. My name is Jake Sweeney here with Verified Investing, and we're going to be doing a market movers video today. So we're going to be covering some stocks that moved more than 5%, upwards of even 10% over this past week. It is Juneteenth today. It is a holiday, so markets are closed, but we're still in here writing some content, still charting for you guys. So thank you so much. If you guys caught my last video on commodities, I posted that yesterday. Make sure to check out. Want to know what oil, gold, silver are doing, you check that out. So let's get in the charts and see what our market movers are doing, guys. So starting off, we're going to check out SanDisk. So I have this nice parallel channel here, and price is starting to push on this upper boundary right here. So honestly, what I want to do here is I want to try and draw a trend line, but it seems to be just so steep. So what we're going to do next, guys, is we're going to make a parallel channel. Kind of one to the upside. So where we're capturing this low pivot here and these touches here and two touches higher, this will kind of capture and see how yesterday when markets closed, price stopped right on the top of this channel. But to the upside, since SanDisk is relentless, this is going to help us find some resistance. Our next resistance level, we saw 2200 breaks. So all we can go off is the channel midline where you could find some resistance or this upward channel. So we're looking upwards of 2300 as the next resistance level for SanDisk. To the downside, SanDisk is pretty easy when it comes to finding support levels. You could just go to these pivot tops, and right here, if price falls to about 1861 at this pivot top here, I could see it finding some support, as it also would be at the bottom of this parallel channel here. And then just to this pivot top here at the psychological level of $1,600 and more price consolidation here, of course, showing rejection sub $1,600. So I could see this first as being some minor support and 1,600 level as being also some support. Right now on the daily, it's reading as just a little bit overbought. On the weekly, still we're looking at 83, so severely overbought. And but see, guys, this has been going on for months now. Months. That is the highest RSI reading I've ever seen, 99 on the RSI reading, guys. All right, and we're going to check out TRE next, Teradyne. Teradyne closed all-time high, made all-time highs this past week above 440 on this pivot versus yesterday, sold off just quite a bit. If we keep making higher highs on this price action, I could see this upsloping trend line act as resistance. We're starting here from this high pivot at February 11th. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches. At some point, these trend lines are going to break. Think of it kind of like a door. When you have a door and you ram it 1 or 2 times, it's going to be pretty fortified. After you hit it about 5 or 6 times, it loosens it and you're going to break it down at some point. On the 7th touch, it could be that time where it breaks above it. Till now, we're going to treat it as resistance. And at this price, when price goes up there, it could be about 490 or anywhere from about the $500 psychological level as resistance. To the downside, we have some key support here at this high pivot of $400 and $404.83. And at this high pivot here with this nice rejection candles here and some consolidation at this pivot high support at 344.92. And we like to see this here as prices building higher lows as well. Same with RSI. So we'll see if this trend line does get challenged to the upside. And we are looking at LHX, a defense play, which saw a huge sell-off after some headwinds of this last week, as US and Iran have agreed on a peace deal, supposedly, but a lot of defense stocks have been under pressure, like LMT, LHX, GD, BA, all selling off as headwinds of this peace deal coming into effect. as we see here, guys, we kind of have this, we do have this bear flag that triggered. If we take this high pivot here, go down to the base, and just so you guys get a photo of what we're doing, you want to see this nice kind of upsloping bear flag, and these usually break to the downside. So how do we find that downside target? So we're going to take this from the pole from that, and we're going to set it here, and price could get down as low as sorry guys, there we go, and could go as low as $240. So we'll see if that bear flag triggers. Before that, though, I think we have a couple key supports between there. We have this nice support of this fib retrace at 287.48. That's the 0.5 retrace of this move, and I respect this level because you could see here price came back up and rejected it, traded upon this before shooting up. Not too much price action here, but you could see on the 382 price did stall here and go back up. So I like this level for near-term support. And I also have this high pivot at 279.71 that should act as support. These are two key support levels that should help buyers before this bear flag triggers, if it does, for the whole measured move to the downside. And I won't ignore this up sloping trend line that we have here, guys, from this low pivot from $195.72 with several touches here and as here. So I could see if L3 Harris pushes back up, I could see some, as this trend line was support, now act as resistance on the retrace. But on a retrace right here to the scene of crime, that could be my entry. And guys, we're covering ASTS next. Another one selling off, down 5%. As we saw a sell-off as SpaceX went public. So ASTS, a proxy play, has kind of lost some of its volume. As we're going to the downside, if selling does continue, it caught support right here on this shelf. But I could see this low pivot here at 71.85 with this prior price consolidation offering a temporary bounce. As you see right here, we close in. Price tried to retrace up to the scene of crime, but was rejected just short of it. To the upside, if price can reclaim this trend line, I have this high pivot here as resistance of $92.95, kind of to gauge price in this area. And last one, guys, we're going to be covering GEV. So GEV, the energy monster, made new all-time highs of 1,181 before stair-stepping down, and still sharply moving up just in the past week, another 30%. As you see here, yesterday's close, price got stopped right here at the 786 fib retrace of GEV, and I didn't do the whole move of all this price action, just its recent one. If price does keep shooting up here, I have this gap fill right here at the low end of this red bar candle, and that's at $1,149.19. These gaps act as magnets, and price tends to wants to fill them as it goes back up. And the longer duration and wider the gap is, the more strong this factor is right here. So I expect a lot of resistance if price can get up here. If it does, it has another shot at taking double top resistance at said level up here, which should be a secondary resistance level if it were to go upwards to 1,200 and make new all-time highs. Where do I like GEV to go long at considerably? I would consider a short position if we started to sell off, and this is too aggressive for me. I want to get to this high pivot here and the 382 golden retrace at 980. 980. this high pivot and the 382 fib retrace lining together in this confluence support zone. And this right here is where I could expect a bounce upwards. But that's all I have for you today, guys. And if you watched yesterday's video, thank you so much for watching back to back. I appreciate you guys. Let me know down below what you guys want to see next week. And I hope you guys have a great holiday weekend. Thank you so much for staying along through my whole video, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much and have a great day.